Hello and welcome to the Kingdom YouTube channel. My name is Jacko and today it's another dev update, this time for August of 2021. Alright, most of the stuff that we're going to cover in today's update was already covered in the previous dev update. It's just a continuation of that one. We're continuing with the monthly podcast. You'll be getting one this month as well. I'm going to be doing it with DD and Ivory as planned per the last podcast. If you didn't listen to the last podcast, you can find a link in the description and pin a comment below for the last podcast. If not, you can just go to the subscriber feed or whatever. And in that podcast, we did mention the next one was going to be with Didi and Ivory. So that should be soon. We're still trying to aim for about 2 a month, 1 to 2 a month, as originally was planned. I would like to make a bunch of them and backlog them like I've been doing with other series, but it is quite difficult to do that. But if that does happen, I will mention it in the dev update videos. These videos are very important if you want to stay up to date on everything Kingdom. The revamp to the Patreon and Ko-Fi is going along well. I'm redesigning some of the banners for both of them. I'm thinking about redesigning the Kingdom logo as well. People liked the Pride one that we had during June, and we've continued with it all the way into August, and people haven't said any comments. So I think we're going to continue with it. You'll probably see a switch over on YouTube at some point. If it looks good on YouTube, we'll see. It's an animated GIF. For most people, you wouldn't recognize it as Pride, so maybe that's why most people feel comfortable with it continuing. I don't know. I don't ask too many questions, but that's what's happening with the Kingdom server icon over on Discord. As for the Reddit, I'm still trying to grow it. I am going to revamp it as well, alongside the Patreon, the Ko-Fi. You can find a link to the Reddit in the description and pin comment down below too. If you aren't already there, go leave a post. Anything really, memes, art, music, anything. It's supposed to be a secondary hub, community hub, like the Discord is. Although the Discord started first. Originally, the Reddit was made with the intention of, in case Discord were to ever go down, if there was ever to be issues with Discord, members of the community could still communicate with each other through a means that's organized by the Kingdom, monitored by the Kingdom, etc. So if you like that, if you like the idea, if you're already on the Discord, go sign up, go to the Reddit, post whatever. As long as you follow TOS, I don't care. It's not very specific to anything other than Kingdom related stuff, but Kingdom is essentially just a collection of hobbies. So as long as you have a hobby, or as long as you like hobbies or anything like that, I don't care if the art's your own. Just make sure the art, the music, whatever is your own, just make sure you give credit if you're one of those people. All that's listed, all the rules are meant to be clear. If you have any questions about that, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. To continue with comments are incredibly important. I mentioned in the previous video. I read all your comments, try to answer all of them. The Drifters video, the original Drifters video, we've been getting a lot more comments lately on. I guess it's made its way somewhere in the YouTube algorithm. Just to remind you, we did do if you're watching this video after watching the original Drifters video, I want to remind you that we did a Redux version. And for those of you who are unaware, our Redux series is us redoing and fixing mistakes, adding additions based on your comments for the previous video. So for the Drifters Redux video, the Redux variant is a redone, better version of the original one, the original Drifters video. We plan on we did one for One Piece, Cowboy Bebop, and Drifters. We're going to do one on JoJo, because there was some mispronunciations. We're going to do one on Naruto at some point, and potentially the Dr. Stone one, since when we made that, there was only one season, and there wasn't as much as for the anime, and there's a bunch of other additions that we need to talk about. Maybe the Demon Slayer video might get a revamp at some point, but that won't be for a little while, now that the movies come out and the series is continued. We'll have to see. All the videos are subject to change. The Redux is supposed to be updates based on your comments, so to bring it back to comments, I'll remind you that they're very important. Try to read them all. I mean, we can read them all. We're not incredibly popular right now, which is a subject that we're going to cover in the next podcast, popularity. So keep an eye out for that. The current schedule so far has been a dev update podcast, Stardew Valley, Borderlands, Soma. I want to continue having a schedule. I'm going to keep falling back on video game videos, the Soma videos, the Borderlands, Stardew Valley. I know they don't do great in views, so I know that's probably not why a lot of you are subscribed. But like I said at the very beginning of this channel, it's going to be variety. I would try and have something for each of the roles, each of the hobbies, categories within the kingdom. So arts, music, gaming, I think I already mentioned movies, anime, obviously. We will do some cooking videos at some point. I've already recorded stuff. It's just about figuring out how to edit it. That's one of the main reasons, as I explained in the last dev update, I believe, the whole point of the game series is to allow me, because I'm the chief editor, allow me space to edit under a new medium and a new topic that isn't the Anime Explained series. I think I'm getting better. Once again, comments are important. I can't really tell if I'm getting better. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again by yourself, you just kind of embed malpractices and stuff like that into your brain. So it's good to have feedback from you guys. So whenever applicable, whenever possible, please leave a comment. I don't give a shit if it's negative, positive, or anything between. Red, blue, purple, white, I don't care. It helps. I'm sure that's a feedback that can be applied to pretty much any YouTube channel, so apply it to everyone that you subscribe to. It helps us all. Some people might not be so vocal as I am, or are even more vocal than I am. I don't know. Comments are very helpful. They're there for a reason. Please leave a comment if you have questions, queries, etc. Thumbnails. We're trying to come up with series thumbnails. The dev update, I am going to keep tweaking it a little bit, but you guys already know what the dev update thumbnail looks like at this point. The past two have been the same. Borderlands ones change, just the numbers. Soma ones stay the same, but change just the numbers. The Stardew Valley one, I'm trying to figure out what I want the thumbnail to be. I kind of like making them creative because they're only once every 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you want. You guys might like custom thumbnails per video more than series thumbnails. Just trying to fit more into the typical atmosphere of YouTube. I don't want to spend a lot of energy into the thumbnails when maybe that isn't something you guys watch a lot. Maybe put the energy into videos. Speaking about putting energy into videos, I want to let you guys know we are going to come back very, very soon with the Explained series. I know I keep saying that. I've been saying that for months, but we are. Right now, I'm writing a script on Ranma 1/2. So if you've seen that series, be excited. That video will come out eventually when I'm done the script. But for now, we have Death Note, One Punch, Goblin Slayer, Inuyasha, Stardew Valley, and Mushishi for scripts. Currently, we have Kyo doing One Punch Man. We have Ivory doing Stardew Valley. Another person volunteered for Goblin Slayer, and another person did Death Note. We have someone for Mushishi as well. I'm going to be doing Inuyasha. Well, I think we have each of those scripts are down, except for Ranma, but that's also obviously because Ranma is not completed yet. If you guys have any suggestions for series that we should cover, let me know. I plan on covering, my list currently consists of, I can tell you right now, if I go to my list and look, here are some ideas that I've tossed around. Fumetsu no Atai, which I think is To Eternity. It's a newer series, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to cover. Might do a review on it instead. Reviews are going to come. I'll explain that a little bit more after I'm done this. High School DxD will do. It's a series that not a lot of people talk about on YouTube because it's a bit 18 plus, but I mean, our explained videos, I think we can do it. Our Berserk video did fine, and Berserk has its own thing, so maybe High School DxD will be fine to cover. We'll see. We covered Ghost Stories, and that was fine. So we're gonna cover Bleach as well. Golden Boy, same thing as High School DxD. I want to see where YouTube, like what they're blacklisting for series. Overlord, Food Wars, and ReZero. ReZero I'm looking forward to doing. Same with Overlord. Fumetsu, I don't really know what's going to happen to that. Like I said, it's such a new series. There's only 17 episodes as of recording. So we'll have to see. I don't believe the fan base is too starved for content. So I don't know. I'll try. I'll see if I can make a video out of it. It might be too short to even bother. As you heard in that, I mentioned Stardew Valley. We're going to continue with the game series. I am experimenting with the idea of making those more like reviews than actual explained videos, because the explained videos for a lot of series can be too big. Two series that came into my mind that I started writing for was Fallout. I'm a huge Fallout nerd, and Dark Souls. A lot of people like Dark Souls. It's compared to a lot of things, and as you know, the original purpose of the Explained series for the anime was to try and help people get into conversations about anime while they themselves have not watched a series or are not interested in anime but just want to be part of the conversation. I think Dark Souls and Fallout are two topics or two video game series that come up a lot in discussions in gaming or whatever, or in general. I mean, back in the day when Cuphead was new, everyone talked about that's the Dark Souls of blank, or that was a meme around then. I don't know if it still is, kind of out of touch, but those come up enough where I feel like that's part of a conversation that maybe some people are unaware of, so maybe I can make it and simplify it and make it easier for people to jump in on those conversations. I don't know, we'll see. But because those are so big that I think maybe a review is better. I don't know, you guys let me know in the comments. Other than that, I did mention that we're going to do reviews at some point. My reviews are becoming an idea that's less scripted. As I've moved along it, I've found it difficult to write and read the scripts with any level of emotion that's at all equal or on par with traditional reviews across YouTube, across the internet. I don't have a lot of energy, as you can probably tell from the videos. I don't expel a lot of energy, and I understand the reviews tend to be very personal, or are meant to. There's a suggestion that there's a lot of emotion that's in there, so I'll try to be more emotive, but I have to make it so that it's more on the fly. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that. I'm going to test it out probably with Konosuba to begin with. I quite enjoy that series, but it's a series that's not like, if I were to do my first one on JoJo, if I was to review JoJo Part 3, for example, right? It's so popular that if the first video in the review series is on JoJo and it's shit, then, the whole series will be seen by more people at the beginning when it's at its worst than at the end. So I kind of, I have an idea in mind. Shouldn't go through some of the other things that we covered in the last video. Oh yeah, fan art is something that I'd like to encourage. Still do, obviously. I'm still thinking that at the end of podcasts, maybe we could have fan art displays or something like that. Not entirely sure. I'm still working on these things for the Explained series, a new outro where it displays a list of things that people are saying that they like about the series. Maybe at the end as like a rolling credits kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that. Maybe it just needs to be really simple. When I do this, it'll be in the next Explained video, which is looking like it's going to be Goblin Slayer. So be aware, at the end of Goblin Slayer, it's going to end a little bit differently than our Explained series. If it's cringy, if it doesn't work, let me know. We'll see. Instead of it cutting from an episode into our traditional outro, would cut from an episode into rolling text or a rolling screen of people making their comments, what they liked with the series, that blurring or that transitioning into the outro. I'm still going to keep the outro that we have. By the way, some people have asked me what it's based on. It's based on Sword and Shield, the way that they do the intros for Pokemon characters, the gym leaders. It's based on that. I kind of want to do a new one for each series, but it was kind of hard to do it for some reason. I think I did it in a really back-ass words way, but I don't know. I'm not a pro when it comes to After Effects. I'd say I'm above intermediate at least. Yep, still working on mascots. That's something I don't know if I fully talked about it. Mascots are going to be, they're just going to be a thing that you guys can draw a banner of, or to give you guys like stuff to mess around with, characters. You know, I really like writing stories. I really like writing, and I really like drawing and everything. And I like the idea of combining them, and I think that the kingdom will benefit if you have more things to associate yourself with, more stuff to connect with characters. You know, maybe we can give them each backstories or something. I don't know. Genshin Impact, or the little I understand of that, maybe is a bit interesting. Like some of the characters, I don't know. But expect that the mascots are going to be coming out soon. I think my first round of them is just going to be a bunch of busts, and for those of you who are unaware, that would be upper chest upwards. So it's going to be an array of male, female, non-gendered characters, etc., all across. I'm going to try and keep that ratio clean, you know. I tend to draw more female characters than male, so maybe it won't be too clean, but I don't know. I'll try my best. And then we can give each of those characters side stories or whatever, and little things for you guys to have fun with. I think it'd be interesting for you guys and to work on as a project. So yeah, Stardew Valley's continuing. Obviously, I still record episodes. It's like the month since I've recorded a new episode or new session, so you know that some of the stuff I talked about is probably old. Same with Borderlands and Soma. I mean, Soma I don't talk in. The whole point of that series is to see how videos work without people talking, if we can accomplish that. It's all experimentation, trying to see. Borderlands is me testing to see if people are interested in seeing old series or stuff that they've already seen or already played. If it can be done, I can revamp it and bring it back and still get people interested in it. Stardew is there, because Stardew's kind of old, but still kind of new. Just a peaceful, like, Stardew Valley series started originally just so that I'd have something to upload, because I try to get a video out a week. So that was just that. And Soma is trying to see if it's possible to make videos without voice, because every video that we've done, it's been voiced. It's not been that's like AI voice or just text or anything like that. I mean, we did do it with the Christmas videos, but it was music, so I consider that a voice or an audio. I consider it different, at least to Soma. So those are going to continue. I mean, Stardew Valley one's always going to be there. Borderlands will finish at some point. Soma will finish at some point. Soma probably before Borderlands. Trying to think. I'm still stockpiling scripts for the Explained series. In general, I'm stockpiling scripts on a lot of things. I think I'm going to be more active on Twitter, try and get you guys to let me know what you think. Twitter's a good place if you want to know little bits about me. I'll warn you, it's a little bit 18 plus. You can find links to that down in the description and pinned comment. I know in the last dev update, I mentioned how dev updates were going to be paired with podcasts in the future. Yeah, that's not happening. It's just because podcasts are hard to film. We're not really filming, record. As I mentioned, getting people to come and do it, it's turned out harder. Especially when you start getting past August now, we're getting to September, classes and all that start. I don't know. So yeah, speaking of classes and everything, I start off classes again soon. So, weekly upload should continue. I managed to do it when I was in college, so it should continue. I won't make too many promises. My Twitch, in case you're unaware, we do Twitch streams. They're every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at the moment at 12 to 2 p.m. EST being Eastern Standard Time. And I stream games there, and I talk about the kingdom, talk about other stuff, talk about games. So if you want to watch that, go ahead. I've been streaming this war of mine a lot, because a lot of people seem to like that. Yeah, so yeah, the Twitch is gonna have a revamp to its stream schedule. YouTube will probably have a revamp. All that stuff, I will make it aware on Twitter before anything. Before it even gets into a dev update, it will be in the form of tweets. So if you want to be super up to date, you can go follow me on Twitter. Otherwise, just stay tuned in for these dev updates. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. It's me. Hopefully, we'll have a podcast out after this, but no promises. Might be another game video, or maybe the Goblin Slayer video. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. If you haven't already, make sure to hit subscribe, and you follow me on Twitter. It's at Jacko-2026. Find links to everything mentioned in the description and pinned comment down below. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any comments, leave them down below as well. Of course, I try to read them as much as possible. Try to answer them as much as possible. Same. Anyways, see you guys very soon. Have a good one.
It's a music that we all should do. But consequently, we all haven't been made